Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm actually pretty much near the end here. I think we're around 2 o'clock maybe or so. So I just finished going around the mezzanine here, and this area was where the blotchy wicking had occurred, and it's still not 100% dry. Usually the carpet like this will look a little bit uneven for an hour or two. And it'll brighten up over 24 hours too. But yeah, this carpet has really turned out well. I've had all kinds of people coming by and saying how amazed they were at how well it's cleaning, and it is. It's cleaning well. These areas of the staining were slow going, but it's worked out well. I'm just, not a big deal because I factored that they could be challenging. You just don't know sometimes with these type of jobs. But the mezzanine, that went really quite quickly because there was hardly any stains over there. So I was up to probably close to 4,000 square feet an hour motoring along there. But now I've got this final room, and what a disaster. When I got here, this was full of toys and stuff. I guess, I don't know, they use this as a daycare maybe or something. I'm not sure what goes on in here. But I vacuumed it, and I sprayed Suspend on these nasty stains. So let's see what we can do with this. A lot of stains in here. Now what's interesting is this actually is an older carpet. Than the one over there. Yeah. I don't know how old it is, but what do you know? Yeah, that's working. Okay, good. All right, let's mosey along here. So I would guess that for this whole job, I probably used about 3 gallons or so, which is really not a lot. And that's again one of the reasons I prefer the rotary plus shower feeding, because I use a lot less solution. And I've used 3 pads, both sides. This is the final 3rd pad, and I'm on the B side now. And the pads have been coming up pretty darn black, actually. So it's definitely working well. You can see the stains are coming out. You can see these stains are coming out. And they won't be back. Okay. Yeah, looking good. You know, I was actually a little bit surprised that they chose us to clean the carpet, because I did not price with the intent of trying to be cheap at all. I went pretty high, but I'm glad I did, because I just knew this was going to be a bit of a stickler, this one. I mean, it's not bad, but you know, it's taking me longer to clean this carpet than I typically take on a job like this, but that's okay. And when you can price your jobs, oh, there's a gum there. We'll come back to that. The way that you need to make a good living at it, then that's okay. I do find that commercial work, there's not I don't do a lot of it. I mean, but the ones that I get, they're the ones that they're keepers. Over the 30 years we've been operating here, I really don't get a lot of commercial work. This doesn't seem to be a town that is focused on that kind of a thing, because a lot of the jobs that you might think you would get, they're handled through either the janitors get the contract to maintain the building, for an office or whatever, and then they either do the carpet cleaning themselves, or they have somebody they're subcontracting out to. So in order to get the work, if you wanted it, you'd have to actually go to the janitorial companies, and usually you have to really be cheap, because they're really cheap to get the contracts. And at least that's the way it is around here. Condos are another story, but we do have 3 or 4 property management companies that call on us to do quite a few condo buildings, but I'm sure we're not doing them all. But I've got enough, that's all that matters. You know, this is a job that, for those who would say that the Oric is the way to go, this is a job that you definitely would not want to clean with an Oric. It would be an absolute nightmare. It would take you probably a couple of days, I would guess. It just doesn't have the oomph, doesn't have the weight, doesn't have the agitation, and then you're having to push and pull. Even though it's not a heavy machine, you still got to push and pull it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It would just wear you right out. So this is just not realistic. You're better off to stick with the. You're gonna stick with the the Oric. You're better off to stick with the subsidized housing kind of units. Where you've just got one or two small bedrooms and a crampy little living room. Then that's okay, I guess. It's still limited greatly, but you can't do this kind of work realistically. You know, one of the things I should point out, by the way, about this particular machine, if you're, one of the reasons that people are, especially guys that start out, might hesitate to go for a machine like this, because you might say, well, I've only got a Honda Civic or whatever. I can't carry that in my car. Well, actually, yeah, you can carry this in a car like that, because the handle pops off. Like, comes off in seconds. There's two, what do they call those pins or whatever, and then the handle just pops off, and you can put the motor in separate from the handle, and then the handle, even if you have a tank on it, can fit in there and no problem at all. So that's pretty unique. I don't think very many, I'm not familiar with any other rotary that does that, or even OP machine. Maybe some do, I don't know. Maybe that's interesting. Am I out? Nope. I suddenly started to bind a little bit there. That's kind of weird. Almost like it ran dry for a sec, but it didn't. Could be the electricity fluctuated a little bit. That could happen. Okay, there's the gum. So I'm just going to grab something here. Oh, I'm in your way, sorry.
It's okay, no worries. No problem.
It's what we have to face every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
People step on what we just cleaned.
Yeah.
But look at that, eh? That looks a little better, eh?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Little Filipino lady doing that janitorial work. Okay. Yep, just like that. Isn't that nice? Let's put it over here for now. That was easy. And by the way, that was the ammonia that worked pretty well on getting rid of the gum, actually. So, what do you know? Okay, that's we're getting there. Oh, that looks like another more gum. Again, we'll just let it sit. We'll come back to that. Now, if you choose to go with a rotary machine, and I do think it's the better way to go, but that's just me. When you're using it and you're shower feeding, if you watch my videos, you'll notice that I'm always very careful in how I move the machine across the carpet, especially when you do a big wide open area like this. It is a very careful, systematic way that I maneuver the machine, because one of the most important things about using a machine like this is making sure that you end up with a nice even cleaning job, and that's where the skill of handling the rotary comes into play, and that takes some time to get the hang of it, but it's not hard. You can do it. You see a slight darkness right there. That was where one of those nasty stains was. Go over that a little bit more. Alright, we'll head back this way. There's a very nasty stain right there. Interesting. And then there's a stain right here. We'll pass over that, and we'll, it didn't move yet. Usually when I go over a stain, it'll almost instantly react. So if it doesn't, that's a concern. Usually you'll see the stain almost immediately start to come out. Like that one. Come on. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, we're lightning. Yep. Definitely lightning. Okay, I'm going to mist a bit more of this on here. That's the ammonia with a little bit of Windex in there. I mixed them together because although I rarely use that, sometimes it works the best. And I'm not really concerned about any odor in this case because, well, this is a big, huge, wide open area. I'm not even smelling it when I'm using it. And I'm only using it on specific spots and stains. I'm not an advocate of using ammonia because it is considered a toxin. I don't want to expose myself to it any more than I absolutely have to. Over time, especially if you're breathing in the vapors, it actually can cause you health issues. As far as customers go, there are people that actually are very, very allergic, reactive to the smell of ammonia. I've met people who told me that if I smell ammonia, I end up in the hospital. Like that serious, that bad. So you can't just be willy-nilly using it wherever you feel like it. You have to be very careful with certain things, and that's one of them. So, and it is considered an actual toxin. So I would say, you know, there are certain situations where you may need to use it, although that's actually quite rare. But just be aware. Be aware of what you're doing. You know, I know there are some guys that constantly promote the use of it, saying it's the best thing you can use, and the answer to that is no, it's not. There are things that you need to bear in mind, and one of them is it a toxin? There was a product that we used to use, well, I didn't use it thankfully, Tetra something or other, and all the kinds of carpet cleaners were using it all the time for different spots and stains. It was like really popular back in the 60s, I guess, and into the 70s even, and then they realized, oh, this stuff causes cancer, like really bad. Yeah, why would you expose yourself to something? And of course, once people realize that, then everybody was like, nope, not using that anymore. And why would you purposefully expose yourself to something that you know is harmful? Unless you have no choice. And we have choices. So yeah, here I am using it, but again, it's used very sparingly and very rarely, and when I use it in people's houses, I will usually, what I usually do is I say, I need to use some ammonia, just a little bit, is that okay? And you know, nobody said don't use it. People get it. You need to respect that, especially, at least in my case, with our business, a lot of people do call us because we are able to advertise and market that we're using organic-based products and either low or no odor and that sort of thing, and that's a selling point. And that's what's one of the things that sets us apart. So okay, a little bit left. I actually have a small residential job to do right after this. Somebody moving out, a repeat customer. So normally I wouldn't do a residential job on a day where I'm doing a job like this, but I guess they had to have it today, so my wife put it in. That's fine. It's just 2 bedrooms, I think, and it's empty, so it won't take long. So we're almost at the end here. We're looking really good. Everything has turned out exceptionally well. I wouldn't say I've had absolute 100%, but 95 to 99% success rate on these stains. And there were a lot of them. Look at that. Okay. Just this stain here, we're going to go over again. Needs a little bit more time on it. Oh yeah, look at that, eh? Oh, I have to get that gum out of there. Well, that's not gum. That's definitely not gum. I don't think. That's like glue. Yeah, gum would definitely have. And so was that right there, I think. Oh yeah, that's some kind of glue. What do you know? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Yep. So there's some glue there anyway. But the nasty stains are gone. We got some spots that are a bit darker because they're damper, because I sprayed them a bit heavier there. All right, let's move over here. Take a look at the. I expect it to be pretty black from the stains I was pulling out there. Oh yeah, I grabbed onto those brads there when I went over there. Okay, I'll let you go. Let's have a look. Looking good. Again, there's just the spots are a little bit damper, so they're a bit darker. So overall, this is done exceedingly well. So we're very happy with the results. Looks like they're setting up for some kind of activity going on here next, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. All right, I'll let you go. Probably tomorrow. It's Saturday. All right. Thank you for watching and have a good day.